choose to be a vegan because I believe that all sentient beings deserve to live their life out on this world just as we all do.
Animals have just as much of a right to exist peacefully as I do. I will continue speaking out against injustice, exploitation, and cruelty for the rest of my life.
These animals do not deserve the life that they're living to be forced bred to feed us. There's always an answer in the plant kingdom.
I believe that we no longer live as our ancestors did, and the technology exists, the opportunity, the abundance, and the resources are there for me not to choose to consume animals or their products. After I made the connection and discovered what was going on and what I was contributing to, I could no longer justify it for myself. I couldn't justify it ethically, environmentally, or healthfully. So I decided to make a change in my life for the betterment of all involved and as compassionately as I possibly could.
Once I learned what was happening to these animals that I was purchasing to put on my plate, there was no longer any way that I was going to be able to go back to sleep. We vote with our dollars, and these companies want to give us what we vote for. And what we're doing to our planet and what we're doing to these animals is just unfathomable. There's no way that I have a clean conscience knowing that I'm voting for these kind of things. These are the destruction of what this place is called home.
I am vegan for ethical reasons. I believe that all animals are sacred and that they are deserving our respect and reverence. It's the most compassionate way to live, and I don't believe that animals are here for us, but we are here to be stewards for them.
I'm vegan because animals avoid pain and seek shelter and pleasure and care for their loved ones just like I do. I'm vegan because we're all the same in the ways that matter most. I'm vegan not because plants are delicious and healthy for my body. Those are just added benefits to the plant-based diet. I'm vegan because if I'm not, somebody else pays the price.
I am vegan because I am a mother. I remember the first time I watched footage of a mother cow chasing after her baby. The calf was stolen from her hours after giving birth because it was a male, and males are of no use to the dairy industry. He was placed on a truck, the back of a ute, and she ran and ran after that calf. And as the calf finally drove out, she screamed and she screamed, and this went on for days, grieving for her baby. My first reaction was, wow. They are living beings, and just like you or I or any other mother out there loves our babies, they love their babies too. They want to love and nurture and care for their baby as a natural instinct every mother has.
I am vegan for many good reasons. Let's just take the word and use it to spell out the reasons of why I choose to be vegan. First is the V, and V stands for vitality. And what I mean by vitality is having clarity of mind, strength in your body, and having a loving spirit. And once you have vitality, then you can start to move on to the next letter, which is the E, the evolution. And evolution is of your consciousness. You become a clear, conscious, connected channel, which allows you to basically take the divine love and light and bring it into you so that you can live up to your highest potential. So after you're vital and you've evolved, then you can start to see the G in the vegan, and that's the greater good of humanity and of the whole. And your consciousness has expanded to the point that you're always looking at how things can benefit the whole world and not just yourself. What is good for the greater good of all? And the A is about this awareness, this awakening, and this alignment with this whole way of life. And finally, the N is simply that this should be our natural way of living. This should be the way that we can walk on this planet and be in harmony with other species. And it's really important to embrace the fact that veganism isn't just about animals, it's about the ethical treatment of all people, including other human beings. And so that's why I choose to be vegan, and I just try to continue to go out and live by example and hopefully help to raise other people up by living that way.
When I found veganism, I was not looking for a new set of ethical values at all. Actually, at the time, I was looking for a new diet to follow so that I could lose weight. And I was really surprised when I read a book and found out how animals were treated in factory farms. Mostly because I wasn't expecting it, but I was so shocked and horrified that I didn't know how to live with what I had learned, and I knew right from that moment that I could never contribute to that kind of suffering or cruelty ever again. The single most important factor for me when it comes to eating vegan is that regardless of how animals are raised, whether they're raised in a factory farm in horrible conditions or whether they're raised on a pasture, down the street from where I live, they all end up in the same place, and that's the slaughterhouse. They all get killed in the same way, and I strongly believe that there is no humane way to slaughter an animal that wants to live. At the end of the day, in my mind, all animals want to live, and they deserve to have the choice to live and not have that choice taken away from them for someone else's taste buds or for meat on their plate.
I'm vegan for the animals, and I'm vegan for our planet, and I'm also vegan for my mental health and my health in general.
I've been vegan for the same reason for nearly a decade now. It's almost 10 years. That reason is for the animals. I am vegan strictly for the animals. I'm not vegan for my health like some people might think. For my health, I do other things. For my health, I focus on sleep and raw foods and gratitude and creatively expressing myself in fresh air. But the reason I'm vegan is for the animals, because no matter how many other things in my life change, the one thing that doesn't change, the one constant in life, is that life wants to live. Animals want to live. And the only way, and this is what a lot of meat eaters won't talk about, the only way for someone to eat meat, the only way for someone to eat an animal, is for that animal to have first been slaughtered. If my health ever goes awry, I look around and I say, hey, what am I doing to cause this ill health in my life? And I probably need more sleep, or probably need more water, or probably need more exercise, or probably just need better emotions. I probably just need to meditate more. There's other things in my life that affect my health far more than the food I eat. The food I eat is perfect. I eat the world's healthiest diet. Incorporating some animal products isn't going to make me any healthier. Nor is it even an option.
I cannot bear the thought of my lifestyle choices being dependent upon the enslavement, torture, or suffering of other innocent animals. I am vegan for my health. I recognize that we aren't biologically suited to eat animals. Consuming animal products is absolutely unnecessary for optimal health, and a whole food plant-based diet is the only diet scientifically proven to prevent and reverse numerous health problems and diseases. What is kind for the animals is also kind for us. I am vegan for the environment. I desire all of Mother Earth's children and all the future generations to come to have a beautiful planet to live and thrive upon. It means the world to me to do everything in my power to avoid soiling her with blood, tears, and pollution from killing innocent animals simply for our pleasure. In this day and age, we have the means, technology, and resources to put aside our primitive and cruel traditions and embrace compassionate vegan living.
As a medical doctor, I care about life in all ways, shapes, or forms. Science has been proving over and over again that a well-planned vegan lifestyle is suitable, optimal, and healthy for all humanity in all stages of development. If adopting a vegan diet is helping us humans to prevent and reverse diseases and saving human lives, and on the top of that, by going vegan, we are preventing the death and suffering of millions of innocent animals, I don't see why anyone will not consider veganism as a lifestyle.
I am vegan for the animals, for the environment, and for my health. Back 6 years ago, when I was living my more brainwashed existence, I would have never ever considered giving up animal products in my diet. But I signed up for a cleanse at my gym, not realizing that that's what they were going to require me to do. But at that point, I was already committed, and being a girl who always follows through on her commitments, I decided to see it through. And I am so glad I did, because it changed my life.
We are vegan because we put ourselves in the place of these animals.
I know I wouldn't want my baby ripped from my arms at birth and then forced to create and produce milk for another species.
And I would not want to be put in a cage, cramped up where I can't even stretch my body at all, just because of humans' greed.
We know we do not want these things to happen to us, so we are not going to support them happening to another species.
I am vegan because it's not about me. It's not about my life, my health, or personal beliefs. It's caring about the lives of others, and that includes animal lives. I don't want to live in a world that uses and abuses animals, so I speak up for the billions of voiceless animals that are slaughtered each year. I am vegan because I want to be one less person contributing to the suffering of animals. Because it's possible. No one has to die for me to live. I can easily walk into a grocery store and choose from thousands of different plant foods. It's my choice.
It breaks my heart to see another species being exploited for their reproduction, like all of the females from one species being used for the fact that they're female. And because I feel so strongly about that point, I have chosen to eliminate those products from my lifestyle. And as I mentioned, I can definitely find alternatives. There are so many things, and we are a very intelligent species. We can find alternatives because we do not live in those times of the past anymore. We're moving through into a new world, and we have to adjust and adapt accordingly so.
I'm vegan because I choose to follow my heart rather than what society deems acceptable. You know, we have the opportunity to vote multiple times a day for the world we'd like to live in, and I'd like to live in a society that is just and respectful and peaceful, not a society that preys on the most innocent and helpless beings on the planet for superfluous, unnecessary, unhealthy, and environmentally destructive products.
I know that without a healthy environment, we can't thrive.
Animals are our friends. I love cats, I love dogs, I love squirrels, I love birds. But I also love pigs, cows, fish, lobsters. Compassion, my friends. Let's not forget about it. And that starts with your plate.
Now I feel true joy and happiness when I look down at my food, knowing that I'm eating compassionately and peacefully, and that no beings had to suffer or die for me to eat. And that makes me feel great.
Cows can live between 18 to 20 years old. In the slaughterhouse, they're killed at just 3 years old. And chickens, it's just a matter of weeks before they're killed. So it's just ridiculous, this idea of eating animals. Animals are my friends, they're not food, and I am vegan now, and I am vegan for the rest of my life.
I am vegan to fulfill my highest athletic pursuits. I like that I can recover a lot faster, have a lot more energy, and just feel my absolute best.
I am vegan.
I am a vegan.
And I am vegan.
I am vegan.
I am vegan.
I'm vegan.
I am vegan forever.
I am vegan.
We are vegan.
I am vegan.
And I'm vegan.
I'm vegan. Soy vegana.
I am vegan.
For me, I am strong. I am healthy. I am compassionate. I am love. I am vegan.
With that said, please consider living a healthy, vegan lifestyle. Not only will your health improve, but we can benefit this entire planet, along with reducing the suffering for all.
On behalf of the animals who cannot speak for themselves, thank you so much for listening.